course I had to justify it to myself because I knew that I had already told myself, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give in to, giving these things anymore to this person. And yet here I was falling right in line with it. I was on the receptive end of that. And the goal was accomplished. And I have since changed my focus on that. I think so today I have an interesting story, a different point of view. So today's point of view is the opposite, right? We're always, we've been talking about being the manifester and manifesting things out in the real 3D reality. But today's perspective is about when someone has manifested something that made you act, being on the other end of that manifestation. So I had a friend who, this happened a while ago, but I had a friend who had manifested getting a free coaching session. And then this person told me that this was what they had manifested. I had witnessed them manifesting things from other people before, but also myself. So I knew that this person had that pattern. And I had actually made a point beforehand, like long beforehand, that I would stop giving in to these manifestations. I thought I was like really well into that. Well, this person slipped in another manifestation on me and I gave into it again, not even knowing. So basically, the reason I gave for giving this free session was completely my own, like literally manufactured on the spot. I thought, I'm giving this to this person for this special reason. Of course, I had to justify it to myself because I knew that I had already told myself, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give in to, giving these things anymore to this person. And yet here I was falling right in line with it. And at the time I felt good about it. I thought, well, I have my reasons for it this time, right? Until this person confessed to me. Well, they didn't really confess. It didn't feel like they were confessing. It more felt like they were almost like gloating about it. They were excited about it. They were like, I manifested this. And I went, that's when it started to feel like manipulation. And this person and I were friends. So of course that didn't sit well. I mean, the last thing you want is to think that your friends are manipulating you. So it wasn't until probably a little while later, because this was something that kind of it didn't sit right with me. And I hadn't figured out the role I played in it, because when you're doing the manifestation game, you realize that we're all manifesting all the time. Everyone is us pushed out, right? And every situation is a reflection of what our manifestation is. Usually what you're seeing in your current reality is the result of old manifestation, right? So I just hadn't quite figured out what that was. What was in my vortexes, as Abraham calls it, my vortex, that I had manifested this, even though I had specifically manifested not to do that again, right? So this person and we talked about it, and I didn't tell them, I hadn't really told them about my resentment, but I just wanted some clarity. And so I asked this person, how did that come about? What exactly was your manifestation? Was it specifically about me, that you wanted me to give you this coaching session, or what was it? And they explained to me, oh no, they literally one day woke up and was like, I want to receive this coaching session for free. It seemed innocent enough. At least from that person's point of view, it was innocent enough. But later, upon reflection, what I realized is this person had a limited amount of people who could give them this service for free or at all. In a way, their belief system is that it was almost like they were thinking kind of small. They were thinking of just about their known world in terms of their manifestation. And in some way, even if it's in the back of your mind or subconsciously knowing that certain people are going to be able to give this to me. And then also what I realized is that really it's all about your belief system. And what I want to caution people is to be careful. If you want to avoid manipulation, there's a certain responsibility that needs to be taken with manifesting, especially if your beliefs are that it's only the people in your circle of friends and people that you know who can give you the things that you're asking for. To be giving that away for free, that was at that time, it was money that I could have used. And I'm sure that that person didn't think about that when they made the manifestation. And just be cognizant of your beliefs around manifestation. Your desires can come from anywhere. The joy of manifestation is that it goes way beyond your imagination and how these things can materialize in your world. And if you just limit yourself to the people around you, are you truly trusting the process? Or are you expecting people around you to do everything for you? I think that you should suspend your belief even more and reach for bigger. Expand your world, expand the universe. It's manifestation isn't about the people around you doing whatever it is they have to do to get it for you. You can get it from the universe, not just your circle of friends and family. And the way to check that is to check your beliefs. Like, it's the difference of, say, in terms of a coaching session, I want to manifest a free coaching session, and yet you only know a couple of people who can give this to you. Or in terms of thinking to yourself, I just have so much abundance that I can get it for myself. You could tell yourself that, I expect the universe to deliver this to me. But the universe hears what your intentions are. They know what your desires really are inside, as opposed to what you necessarily speak out loud or what you even tell yourself, right? So in other words, if you tell yourself, I'm asking the universe for this, but really inside you're thinking, I know so-and-so and so-and-so and this person could do this for me, and this is how I'm going to get it. I'm going to manifest it, right? The universe knows what you intend. And the universe also hears what you ask for. But usually they will get you closer to what your intentions are, which is why in law of attraction, it's important to change your belief systems so that you make sure you're getting really what you want. And I would say not at the expense of others. So if you want to keep your intentions pure and your manifestations about you enhancing your life, everybody's responsible for their own lives and their own manifestation. And the part that I played in this is I manifested that I am a generous person, that I like to give because, giving just feels good. So when I think about that, I think, okay, so that's the part that I played in that manifestation. I was on the receptive end of that. I was setting the intention. I remember specifically leading up to this manifestation unfolding, I had been setting this intention that yes, I want to give. And I think a lot of us in law of attraction, we think, if I receive all these things from the universe, due to law of attraction and due to manifestation, I feel like I have to give. Like a lot of people, you know them, and it could be you yourself. Like maybe you're manifesting, I win the lottery. And you'll even see in the comments of some of these videos where people say, I manifest that I win the lottery and I'm going to give. I'm going to give to my neighbor, or I'm going to give to my extended family, or I'm going to give to the world. And that's not really the purpose of manifestation, or you don't need to give in order to manifest in your life. We are always manifesting. Everything that you are seeing in your 3D reality, your current reality, is stuff that you manifested, whether it's good or bad or indifferent. It is stuff that you manifested. Everything is a reflection of what your thoughts are focused on. it didn't feel good to know that someone had manifested on me, but at the same time, I basically manifested it on myself. Um, but I guess a piece of advice that I would give is if you are manifesting people around you to give you stuff, because I'm sure that that's inevitable. Some of you are going to do that. Don't tell them. Don't tell them you manifested it. I'd say don't tell anyone, but don't tell them because it's not going to look good. I think, the argument of manifestation versus manipulation is really just your intent. You cannot lie to the universe. You cannot lie to God. The universe and God, they are all knowing. And whatever your intent is, might come out in the manifestation, which is probably what happened here because I talked to this person about it. And I did eventually explain to them that there's a fine line between manifestation and manipulation. If they manifest like this again, I don't think they're going to tell that person that they did it, which is probably a good thing. Let the other person believe that it was just them because honestly, in the moment, I felt like it was my decision and I was, like I had made a stance like this is what I'm going to do. And I felt good about it until I found out that the person manifested it. And then it didn't feel so good. So just be careful. And I would say don't lean on manifestations that involve manipulating the people around you. Just know that you can manifest outside of that. Think of your manifestation in terms of your own power. I can bring these wonderful things into my life on my own power. I don't need the people around me to bring me manifestations. That's very limited. If you limit your manifestations to things that the people around you can give you, then you're missing out on some really fantastic stuff. Because trust me, none of my friends could have given me this apartment. None of the people in my realm could have given me this apartment. Once I achieved this, I really felt the power of manifestation. If I had just stuck to people that I know, things that I know, that would have felt good, but I wouldn't have understood the full power of manifestation. And if you are trying to manifest big things into your life, you might not get there just practicing within your circle. At some point, you have to branch out because otherwise you're not really practicing in faith. You're not really believing. Okay, so that ends this session, so to speak. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me if you've ever had someone manifest on you and what it felt like. That would be so interesting. I'd love to hear that in the comments. But also keep in mind, every month I am picking one person to receive a free 30-minute manifestation coaching session with me. And I will help you tweak your manifestations so that we can start moving them forward and getting your desires quicker. And I will see you next time.